Hey guys, Rami here with your second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update for Friday, November 27th. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving day yesterday and wish you a happy Friday and a happy weekend. In this video, I want to talk to you about a $330 million stimulus bill that just passed that will send out one-time $1,200 stimulus checks plus $750 checks to people who didn't receive their stimulus checks in the last CARES Act. Plus, what did Steve Mnuchin do with $455 billion that he took from the Fed? Is there a route for President Trump or potentially Joe Biden to use an executive order to send out this money to people who need it? We'll talk about all this and more. Just please make sure to hit the like button on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. So a bipartisan stimulus bill just passed. Yes, it's only for New Mexico, but I see more and more states taking matters in their own hands and helping their citizens. And what I don't understand is, if these states can pass a bipartisan relief bill, why can't the politicians in Washington pass a bipartisan bill already? Just so frustrating. But let's see what passed in New Mexico and how they are structuring this bill. So if you're in New Mexico, this is great news for you. And if you're somewhere else, this is maybe something that can happen in your state as well. And at this point, we all need to call, email, fax, or tweet our local leaders and ask them to work to help us, just like New Mexico did. They had $330 million in federal unspent funds that they're now using to send stimulus checks. I would have to think many other states also have unused money that they can repurpose. So New Mexico lawmakers just passed a bipartisan relief bill that will deliver a one-time $1,200 checks to all types of unemployed workers and up to $50,000 for certain businesses. The bill also gives smaller stimulus checks to immigrants without legal status in the country and dependents, as well as additional funds for food banks, virus testing, and contact tracing. Governor Michelle said the state took bipartisan action to help residents who have real issues about keeping food on their table and a roof over their head, after the federal government failed to step in. $194 million of this money will be used for the stimulus checks, which also go to people who have exhausted all of their state and federal unemployment benefits. There's also $5 million that will be used to send a $750 payment to residents who are ineligible for the federal stimulus check that was sent under the first stimulus package, the CARES Act. Those eligible will include dependents like children and the elderly, because as you know, adult dependents didn't qualify to get the checks for the first time, as well as immigrants in the country without legal permission. This stimulus bill also has $100 million that will be used to help small businesses with 100 or fewer employees. So this is good news for those of you who live in New Mexico. If you know of another local area or state that is doing something similar, please share it with me in the comments down below so I can share it here with the community and we can all be in the loop on what's going on and help each other out. Now let's talk about where Steve Mnuchin hid $455 billion. As you may or may not know, Steve Mnuchin took $455 billion from the Federal Reserve last week and put them in the Treasury General Fund. This means that Janet Yellen, his successor under the Biden administration, will not be able to use this money in the same capacity next year, but instead will need Congress approval. Looks like she'll only have $80 billion of it, which honestly doesn't really matter. The programs that Steve Mnuchin ended were heavily underutilized. I think they only used about $25 billion through these programs. I'd much rather see that $455 billion used in a way that will help a lot more people. I mean, the stimulus checks under the CARES Act only cost less than $300 billion. So this money can easily cover a second stimulus check plus more unemployment and maybe throw $50 billion in there for rent and mortgage assistance. But of course, any of that needs Congress legislative action to repurpose the money. And right now, there's zero action in Congress whatsoever. It's all just talk. Now, I'm not a legislative expert, but why can't they put this money in a fund where it can be used by executive order like Trump did with the $300 unemployment boost? Now that's something I would totally get behind, and I'm sure you guys would love that as well. It just boggles my mind that Congress now has close to $600 billion of unused money between this $455 and the $138 billion from the PPP money just sitting there when there are people who can't get food on the table for their kids or keep a roof over their head. Interestingly enough, Peter Navarro, who is an advisor for President Trump, said in an interview yesterday, the three main things that we need right now to avoid a catastrophe is PPP money, stimulus checks, and unemployment money. This is great. I mean, it's definitely not enough, but these are things that will have a major impact on individuals and will have an impact quickly. PPP money will keep small businesses alive and keep their workers employed. Stimulus checks will help people pay some bills and give them money to spend at those small businesses. Same thing with unemployment. These three things will generate a positive cycle in the economy that we desperately need right now. Do we need other things like food aid, rental and mortgage assistance, and all the other things that we've seen in the stimulus bills before? Absolutely, but Congress needs to address some of the things now. And those three things can be covered with the unused $600 billion. Then next year, they can go ahead and do more. The eviction protection will expire by the end of this year. Push that out with another executive order for a couple of months until we get everything together. But do something now. The American people need help now. That's all I have for you today, guys. And listen, if any of you will be doing some Black Friday shopping or even ordering anything online, make sure to sign up to Rakuten with the link below. You'll get a $40 bonus when you spend $40, and you'll get a ton of cash back from all your favorite stores. They have some amazing offers right now with 10% cash back, 12%, even 15% and more. All you have to do is sign up and click over to your favorite store through Rakuten, through their website. And that's it. You'll automatically earn the cashback and get free $40. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. Also, make sure to check the link in the description for the Yara savings account. It's a new savings account that is FDIC insured but gives you interest in a lottery system. If you use the link below, you'll get 100 tickets when you deposit as little as $25 for a chance to win up to $10 million. Then you'll get a weekly ticket for every $25 that you deposit. I really think this is the future of banking, as it encourages savings to earn more chances at winning a large prize. Also, don't forget to get your free stocks from Webull, potentially worth up to $1,600 when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.